Hi. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Which camera are we on?
Let me see.
This one, too.
I
Okay.
might want to switch it.
You're going to switch it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. It's Thursday. It's January
7th. Yeah, we're
7th.
going to stay at camera 2.
All right. It's Thursday. It's January 7th. Welcome to the Knockem Comedy Radio Show. Coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown, New York. Govs Radio is the website. That's where you can see our show, govsradio.com. Govs Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page and the YouTube channel where you can see our show as well. We're live on those three platforms right now. Please order your Govs Radio swag. You saw the Teespring commercial. Thank you. You can send us a picture of yourself with the Govs Radio swag. You can get yourself a free pass to Governor's Comedy Clubs, any of the three great clubs when they open back up. 3 great clubs, 5 great stages, all of them great shows. Right here in Levittown, Belmore, and Bohemia, out east in Bohemia. The Bohemia location is not going anywhere. When the clubs are allowed to open, they'll all be open all over again. Govs.com is the website for the club to see what's happening and to see their schedule. Govsradio.com is our website. You can check out all of our shows and see what we're up to in our schedule. And, of course, Knockem Dead Comedy is the website for us to see our comedy troupe, to find out what's happening with us as well. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Adman. I'm going to say govsradio.com. If you don't want to watch on your tablet or if your device, you want to watch us on TV, you can go to an app called Boxcast. You can download that app, and you can see all the great Govs Radio shows right there on your TV. As our good friends Dr. Don Sill and Dr. Ken Pichelle say,
we on TV!
Yay! Off to you, Dr. Ken Pichelle, with the ads.
What a segue that was. Whew. We are kicking it off here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is ad time. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, a social experience in dining. Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, craft cocktail. I said cocktails wrong. I don't even. Roslyn Social is the area's premier location for elevated pub food, craft cocktails, and local beers. Their spacious rooftop lounge is open for you to take in the fresh air. In addition to the rooftop, they're open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. Roslyn Social is located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. That's 1363 Old Northern Boulevard in Roslyn. Give Roslyn Social a call and say hi to Nick at 516-801-4963. That's 516-801-4963. You can follow them on Facebook at Roslyn Social. Thank you from Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. Two Eagles Auto Body is a family-owned and operated collision shop located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, from tow through the insurance process to the return of your vehicle, Two Eagles Auto Body is with you. Two Eagles Auto Body is constantly striving for perfection, with your satisfaction being their number one priority. Two Eagles Auto Body is located in New Hyde Park, Long Island at 1818 Falmouth Avenue. That's 1818 Falmouth Avenue in New Hyde Park. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527. Also follow them on Facebook at Two Eagles Auto Body. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Kangemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Kangemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. When you work with Gina, you tap into the collective experience of the best, most experienced realtors on Long Island. Contact Gina today to discuss how Signature Premier Properties and Gina can help you market and sell your property successfully or find your perfect home. More information about Gina's listings can be found at signaturepremier.com. That's signaturepremier.com. List your house with Gina, and she will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast that it will make your
head spin.
It will make your head spin. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza, where they offer thin crust, thin whole wheat, deep dish, and gluten-free pies. Also pasta and baked dishes, calzones and rolls, heroes, entrees, salads, sides, and appetizers. You can follow them on Facebook at Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta. That's Bella Vista Pizza and Pasta on Facebook, and on Instagram at Bella Vista Pizza LI. That's at Bella Vista Pizza LI on Instagram. Bella Vista, that's Italian, folks. A beautiful view, a beautiful site. Located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464. BellaVistaPizza.com. Bambinos, check them out today. And, of course, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Knockem Dead Comedy, for the funniest murder mysteries in the whole wide world, where here comes the perpetual disclaimer that these are by design comedic murder mysteries, 100% real comedy and mystery, 100% comedic murder. No humans or animals are harmed in the making. Do you want to see a boring murder mystery where some crusty old pea pants says, "There's been a murder in Ethel, we got a lot going on. Nigel's coming on today." Yes, Nigel, that was on Don Sills Pasuchu show and lots of other things. Yeah. Anyway, Ethel, there's been a murder in the parking lot of some character you've never met. Special as always today, Pops. Special as always. No, you don't. You don't want to see that kind of murder mystery, folks. You want the full experience. You want to meet and hang out with the character who's going to ultimately and soon meet their comedic demise. You want to see the comedic murder happen right before your eyes as you laugh and sing and dance as a part of the action at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show on Instagram. Follow at Knockem Dead Comedy. That's at Knockem Dead Comedy on Instagram. For upcoming show dates, check out knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. That's knockemdeadcomedy.com/show dates. And on Facebook, go to that little box at the top of your screen, type in Knockem Dead Comedy and hit enter. Tony, Sallie, back to you.
Yay.
Super.
Nigel.
Dr. Ken Pichelle, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him with his koozie.
Sorry.
Cozy, koozie.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. Super job as always, Dr. Ken Pichelle. Excellent. You are the
Thank you.
doctor. I like it. Very nice. So we, as you heard, we have Nigel Fullerton joining us today. Should be an interesting day. What timing? What timing we have to bring Nigel on? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things said today. You think?
Yeah, it was a rough day yesterday.
Well, right, because
I'm actually really happy Nigel's going to be here because
Nigel's here.
he's
Look.
often the
Oh, is
voice
he?
of reason.
I see him.
Oh wait, here we go.
Comedy murder mystery.
Hey, what's happening?
There he is. Hang on a
Nigel.
second. Sallie's gonna let you in. She can't figure it
Well,
out.
not yet because I haven't figured it out.
Go to the other
Is it
window.
time for me to leave? Because I can leave.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Ken Pichelle.
Bye, Ken.
Okay.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow, pal.
Hey, Nigel. Bye, guys.
Hey,
See ya.
Hey,
See ya.
I'm sorry I'm too early. I didn't
That's
know
all
this
right.
was going to
No, that's
happen
fine.
really quick.
All right. So he's there.
My
He's there.
my
Just-
part was done.
make
I
that
will
window.
get on Facebook or Boxcast and watch the rest of the show now. See
Thank
y'all.
you, sir. See you, Ken.
Thanks.
Just go up there and just make him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were.
yeah.
There you go. All right. Hello, Nigel Fulton. How are you, pal?
Hello, Tony and Sallie.
That was very broadcaster-like. I like it.
I try. Listen, I had a hard time getting into my Facebook account. I felt real presidential. Hey,
Yeah, I don't think
my
he.
password.
I don't think he knows he has any social media today, right?
No, he doesn't. They got rid of all of his social media.
Well, unless he then, plays the game and, maybe he'll sign on to Facebook under T Rump or something like that. He just sign up, make up a new profile.
I mean, I do believe that Trump has a burner account. Listen, if the sports players have one, he definitely has one.
I bet you that's next for him after he's officially out of office. I bet you he starts his own social media so that, Trump's Trump media or something like that, so that, I don't have to abide by those rules. I can say whatever I want. It'll be huge.
Oh, you have seen the next speaker of like radio as we've seen it. Rush Limbaugh, Alex went like he's going to make so much money because he has so many fans. That's all the presidency is. It's just basically having a Twitter page with a lot of followers.
Exactly.
The Trump podcast is going to like eclipse Joe Rogan. I'm telling you.
Yes. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Oh my goodness. So I don't know. I there's no way around it, right? There's no way to not talk about yesterday, right?
Yeah, I guess we could talk about it.
I mean, I was approaching. I woke up yesterday thinking that Tanya Roberts dying for the second time was going to be the big news, for us to talk about today. But yeah, again, how do you avoid that whole big mess yesterday?
I mean, Tanya Roberts dying is very sad. I don't know who she is.
Charlie's Angels.
Oh, that's who she is.
Charlie's Angels. She's one of the 9 Charlie Angels.
Yeah, she came on towards the end. She was a Bond girl at one point. All right, so when I said she died twice, do you even know what that means or no?
Yeah, no, I know. They've killed Betty White like several times, so they can kill Tanya Roberts.
Betty White and Keith Richards are going to outlast all of us.
They're vampires. I don't know if you know this. Betty White is 177 years old. Like, she was old during Golden Girls. How old do you think she is now?
That's the thing. I don't think she was ever young. I think she's been in her 90s
She was
her
on
whole
the
life.
Bob Newhart show.
She was on.
I know.
She was on the Mary Tyler Moore show back and that was early 70s, and she had white hair then.
Which was first, Mary Tyler Moore or Bob Newhart?
What does it matter? Betty White was old for all of them.
I think Newhart was before Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
I think she was on Dick Van Dyke also. I don't know if I'm aging her or not.
Aging her? It's impossible to age her.
So Rich Rada said, "Be careful, Sallie. I turned my back for a minute, and Nigel stole my show last night."
Listen, I was asked. I didn't do anything. They asked me about Cobra Kai. I have not finished watching it yet.
Yeah, you know what? I watched the show last night, but I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it live, and I was really happy because when it got to the Cobra Kai part, I could mute it because I'm only 4 episodes in, so I didn't want you guys to ruin it for me.
I haven't even started yet. That's what I was telling Bozy. I was like, "Why are we talking about this?" I have not watched. I've watched every Karate Kid movie. I've never seen the series, so I'm like, listen, I'm trying to jump on the hype train now. Do not spoil it.
Yeah, I did that. I've gotten into couple of different series like Game of Thrones. I watched the whole thing years later. So but anyway, how are you? Good to see your face and stuff.
And you mentioned how Nigel was on No Rhyme No Reason on Tuesday night. It was an interesting show. Anything with Bosie is definitely interesting. What was it like to be like the Billy Porter spokesman with Jeff Bosie?
He didn't know who Billy Porter was. Like, he's definitely been around for like a good couple years now. So it's not, I don't know. I don't know why Bosie doesn't know who Billy Porter is.
But yeah, you had a nice lengthy discussion. You schooled him on who Billy Porter is, and
yeah, and then the next day he ends up in the Capitol Hill building. I don't understand. With his feet up.
And then, my favorite part, and I will agree that Bosie did look like some kind of rotten basketball or something with that big orange.
Yeah, he looked like a melting tangerine. What the hell was that, right? Like his whole face was orange and it was like dripping into his neck, and then he had the orange shirt. I couldn't figure out what was going on with his camera.
He was just coming home from work, I guess. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me. Like he looked like he picked up trash on the highway.
I thought it was like my TV because like I'm known not to notice when the color is off. And I remember I was like in my 30s and friends of mine were coming over. I'm like, well, let's watch the show. And they're like, well, can we watch it at someone else's house? And I was like, well, why? What's wrong with like my TV? And someone actually said to me, your TV looks like everyone has liver cancer. So I thought like maybe, it was my TV, but I think it was Bosie.
he couldn't figure out how to put the stream on, so like he was having issues. And I told him this great story about how my dad, when I first got a Nintendo, my dad tried to put Game Boy cartridges in the Nintendo, and I tried to correct him, and he just told me to shut up. So, like, he put it in the full package too. Like, you know how they used to come in those clear packages?
Yeah.
He was trying to put that all the way into the Nintendo. And I said, Dad, that's not how you do it.
Tony made me a DVD once, and like the first second I had it in my hands, I stuck it in my car radio. So it was like, he's like, well, now it's blank. I'm like, no, it isn't. And it was.
She ruined, and I'll have to point out that it was a homemade DVD, that it was clips. It was all sorts of YouTube clips of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I put it all together for her because, you know, I'm a thoughtful guy.
It was a
and then she
special
broke
present. However, I ruined it like a year ago, and he said since he was going to make me an even better one, that he was happy that it happened because he wanted to add more stuff, but I haven't gotten that yet.
Well, Sallie, I applaud you because nobody uses a DVD in 2021. I would have did the same thing. What is this ancient crap you're giving me? Is this a Laserdisc?
Yeah, well, I actually put in a CD player in my car because I still have a bunch of CDs that I love. And then I still use DVD players. Like, I'll actually still rent movies out of the library.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know where my DVD player is right now.
The word we're looking for is nerd.
Yeah.
That's the word for
That's not a
Sallie.
nerd. Listen, I used to get movies from the library also.
Yeah,
Really?
why not?
Free.
It's
Why
free.
not?
Yeah, free is good.
They're free. Yeah, and I actually think it's great.
So, all right. So, yeah. So, like I said, I don't know if it's possible to avoid yesterday. However, I do want to I want to mention it several times. So I'm going to mention it here first. You have the Murphy Monday podcast.
Yes, I do.
And now you use, so Murphy Monday, Eddie Murphy we're talking about, but it's not, which, by the way, my favorite part the other night was Bosie giving you a Eddie Murphy trivia question, and he got it wrong, and you had to correct him. That was my favorite part of the whole show. But, all right, so the Murphy Monday podcast, I mean, that's your, I guess that's the angle where you do talk about Eddie Murphy. You spotlight a movie or something about him, but the whole podcast isn't just Eddie Murphy, correct?
It's not just about Eddie Murphy. What I do is I highlight my guests, right? And most of the movies that I give my guests, they're tailored to what they do. So, for instance, yesterday I recorded some episodes that will come out in the future, but I did the movie Showtime, which is about a cop who, he's a cop that wants to be a superstar, and Robert De Niro played a tough-nosed cop that doesn't want to be on TV. And, they end up doing a reality show together, which is like, insane in itself. But I had my guest who is a regular on Blue Bloods, and he also has played a cop on probably every show that The Family,
Right.
Limitless, Elementary. He's played a cop on every CBS show. So I wanted his expertise on what is it like to play a cop on TV, and do you have to get in the role, and do blue lives matter when you're an actor?
TV blue bloods matter. That's awesome. Well, and speaking of which, that movie, William Shatner was the best part of that movie.
He was.
He was hilarious in that.
We talked about hood jumping.
Right, fell off.
We talked about all of that stuff. So, it's not just about Eddie Murphy. I use Eddie Murphy as the catch to it, but I also explore how we look at Eddie Murphy versus how we look at other comedic actors. We give Eddie Murphy a lot of criticism that we don't give any other actor besides Adam Sandler, probably, right? So if you look at somebody like we just talked about, Robert De Niro's in that same movie. No one has ever said, Robert De Niro is a bad actor. However, if you go by Robert De Niro's body of work for the past 20 years, he's had a bunch of stinkers. We don't talk about those.
I think people talk, and I agree. Eddie Murphy has become more known lately for his stinkers than, say, De Niro. However, I think De Niro has brought more attention to his stinkers because of the political climate of the past 4 years. A lot less people like him.
All right, so we'll go to a Steve Martin or a Bill Murray. Bill Murray, we forget that Bill Murray was in Garfield Tale of Two Kitties. We forget that Steve Martin was the Pink Panther twice. We forget about, I could name Mixed Nuts, Bringing Down the House, Cheaper by the Dozen. When we go to Bill Murray, like this, there's a whole Sergeant Bilko. Steve Martin did Sergeant Bilko. You cannot defend that movie.
All right, I'll give you that. However, I think all of those movies were better than, say, Pluto Nash and a few other ones that
Right.
Dr. Dolittle.
I had to name all those movies for you to say Pluto Nash. But if you look at, you're doing one movie. If I give you several movies of his that are way better, if you take the top 5 of Eddie Murphy's and the top 5 of Steve Martin's or whoever, I guarantee you're gonna go to Eddie Murphy.
I don't think he was bad in it. Like the Dr. Dolittle, I actually thought he did a great job.
Kids, I don't like Dr. Dolittle 2, and that's just me. But
I didn't see Dr. Dolittle 2, but the first one, I thought he did a great job.
First one isn't bad. I just rewatched it for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It is better than Sergeant Bilko. I will say that.
I didn't know until I watched the show last night with you and Bosie. I didn't know that he was given a hard time for any of this stuff. Like I just remember him as like all the iconic movies that he was in. So many amazing movies. I thought he was fantastic.
I do think it's been
Beverly
cool.
Hills Cop. I think it's probably one of the best movies.
Just prior to COVID, he was working on a huge comeback, and it seemed like everybody, the society, if you will, his audience, everybody was welcoming him back with open arms.
Right.
I didn't know he was thrown out. Like I didn't realize that there was this problem for him.
I originally started the podcast in 2017, but I stopped doing it. Like I did like a couple episodes, and I wasn't really committed to it, mainly because this is before the comeback train, and everybody was still dumping on him and saying that he's this and he's that. And then when the resurgence happened, people were like, oh yeah, well, where have you been? Oh, we miss him, we love him. Yeah. Because he hasn't been doing a movie a year he's been doing a movie a year for the past almost 40 years.
Right.
It wasn't until everyone was saying, oh, wow, he's doing another family movie again. And why can't he just be Beverly Hills Cop? Well, he's in his 50s. He can't be Axel Foley at 50.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't work. It doesn't work the same. Maybe he can be Inspector Todd, but he can't be Axel Foley.
Yeah, I can see that. But that that Axel Foley type character, which was very similar to the Trading Places character, like that badass that he played so well. It's just, I mean, I think you're right. People miss that because he was so good at it. But at the same time, you can't go home again, after all those years.
Have to grow and evolve.
Plaginos has a couple of good points. He was just talking about how like Eddie Murphy, is greater than a lot of the people that you mentioned. And maybe with great expectations comes great attention. Like maybe it's a good thing that people dump on him a little bit. It isn't anything other than the fact that he put out great movies. How old is he now? I don't even know.
He'll turn 60 in April.
Oh, you know what? He's younger than I thought.
He's out the gate, he was 19 years old when he got on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we've never seen anything like that. Like his star is so great. And it just sucks that like the kids that I speak to who are like 10 or 20 years younger than me, they basically know him as the dad in a lot of movies. They know him as Dr. Dolittle. They know him as the guy that was in Haunted Mansion and Imagine That, and all these PG-13 movies that they were allowed to do. And like I tell people, I said, listen, Eddie Murphy started when he was 19. By the end of the 90s, he had like a good 5 or 6 kids. He wants to make movies that his kids would watch. So what do? What's the business move? And we all know that PG-13 movies make more money than rated R movies.
True.
So it makes great business sense to keep doing family movies when you're approaching 50 and you're not that fast talking kid anymore.
But then Dolomite, though, is pretty genius because he worked.
Oh, Dolomite was great.
Dolomite was fantastic. Yeah. And where he was able to kind of take his age and work in a little bit, because he was that bad motherfucker. Like he was able to work a lot of that type of stuff back in that people, I guess our age, know him for and appreciate and just love. And
the fact that he doesn't look like Dolomite or sound like Dolomite,
Right.
and we didn't say anything. We were just like, "Oh, this is a good movie."
Yeah, right. Yeah. But and I do think which COVID I'm assuming got in the way, but I thought it was a genius move to make to come back and do stand up again too. I know he was working on a Netflix special.
I would love to see him do it. I just know that there is a lot of rust that happens when you don't perform for a while. Like we've seen it during the pandemic where our favorite comedians haven't been on stage in a long time and they're just trying to get their bearings again.
Yeah.
And they're not as sharp as they once were when they were on stage every night.
So you're saying you don't have faith that he can pull it off, you're saying?
I'm not saying that.
That's what you said. I heard you.
Pull it off. No.
Why doesn't Nigel believe in him?
I don't know. I'm very upset with Nigel for saying that.
I'm going to start a podcast about why Nigel doesn't believe in Eddie Murphy.
But we also, on my show, talk about like other people's careers. So I'll have, like, I had one of the actors from Trading Places on my podcast.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
One of the guys who was, one of the big Barry White looking motherfuckers. He was on there, and he told me the origin of and how he was like. I found out that he was actually an ex New York Giant.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I found out in the off season he did promotion for Epic Records, and
nice.
It spiraled into a more like a better interview than I planned on it being, because now I know the backstory of it, and I only knew him for saying
right.
He had this amazing career. Like he played with a young Lawrence Taylor.
Oh wow.
And it's like, wow, how was football in the 70s? Like what was it like being an NFL player in the 70s? He went to Duke on a fencing scholarship and ended up playing football. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. That's what my podcast is about. It's not just about Eddie Murphy. I also talk about like the guests that I have, because a lot of them are friends of mine that have done great stuff, and I like to highlight what they've done. So I've had Monroe Martin, who's on Comedy Central.
Yep.
My good friend Camille Theobald, who's working on her new album. Who else? Who's also been on Comedy Central. I've had yoga instructors. I've had directors. I've had one of my friends who's an executive in Will Smith's company, and he told me all about how Will Smith prepares for movies and how the resurgence of his social media that's happening.
The resurgence of Will Smith's social media?
Have you seen what he's done on social media?
I have not.
To start following. So in the past, I would say 3 years, Will Smith, ever since Will Smith turned 50,
okay,
Will Smith has been I guess an Instagram and YouTube sensation.
Really?
He's been jumping out of planes. He's been doing a bucket list. He's been doing a whole bunch of stuff. And
that I heard about. I heard that he was doing some kind of bucket list stuff, but I didn't know it was, blowing up into a big deal.
Oh, it's a very big deal. Look at how many followers he has. Just like he's able to stay relevant. How many people do we know from the 90s or even late 80s when he really first came out?
Right.
How many people do we know that were in music since then that are still relevant today?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
a lot.
He's had a colorful life, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Oh, Joe Stas wants everyone to know that he is in Facebook jail again because he was storming the Capitol.
I believe it.
I'm just kidding. He's using his wife's phone because he had to download something on his own phone.
Well, if they were cooking at the time at the Capitol, I could see Joe Stas trying to break in to get.
Yeah,
food.
Nigel, what's your take on like everything yesterday? Like, I was driving my 16-year-old to school, and he, of course, wasn't watching the news. He thought I was like making all this stuff up. So I'm like, all right, I just want to catch you up because this is going to come up in history class. So I was
did it come up in history class?
I don't know. I haven't seen him, but it's like the last. It takes like 10 minutes to get to school, and I was like, all right. So it started with Georgia with the Senators. By the time we got out of the car, he was like, "You're kidding me, right?" I'm like, "No."
You're telling me the never-ending story.
Let me just recap yesterday in the
Sure.
8-minute drive. Okay, here's your lunch. Bye.
I mean, how I feel about yesterday. I'm not surprised. This has been going on for the past 4 years. So,
I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised because listen, first off, let me say this right before your audience attacks me. I am not a Democrat nor a Republican.
No, actually, that's why I was really happy you're on the show today. Because I like just before we started the show, I actually said to Tony that I'm really happy Nigel's here because he's often like the voice of reason sometimes. You know, like I think you have like the ability of like just stepping back a little and seeing what's going on, and I always just really respect that about you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, how do you like that?
No, for real.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't believe in conspiracy theories like a lot of people do. I try to be a realist about every situation. So when I say that, I say this: no other president, whether it be Republican, or Democrat, or whoever, has carried on like this. If it was any other president, we would have probably we tried to impeach Bill Clinton for having sex with one of his interns.
Yeah.
I mean, and lying about it. Like
Right.
That was a real thing that happened. Since Donald Trump has been in office, he has told people to not trust the media. He has told people that, to don't trust the liberals, that America's under attack, that we should be scared and fearful for our life. I mean, he's put panic into everyone. He's instilled fear. And when you instill fear into people, they will start to believe you. And that's when you have, people that would take the extremists. And I won't say the irregular people because there are good people that do support Trump. They don't really like what he says. You know what I mean? And that's what I always hear. I always hear, well, I don't really agree with everything he says, but he's good for the economy. Well, the problem is you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. The problem is that the person that's speaking for us is kind of reckless. And this is what happens toward the end of it. And I knew this was going to happen. I said it because somebody was like, well, if Donald Trump wins, then, I feel sorry for America. I don't really feel sorry. I feel sorry if he loses, because if he loses, I knew that he was going to act just like this. This man has never played a sport, so he doesn't know the term sore loser.
Right.
All he knows is to try to win. So, in his mind, he's like, I'm going to do everything I can to win. And that's at the expense of the American people.
And especially somebody with money, they're not, people with money aren't used to not getting their way.
Right.
And I'm with you. I don't, just you go on social media, and social media is such a fun thing to be a part of, except during times like this.
Right.
Excuse me. But you look at social media, and anybody that points fingers at Republicans, for yesterday, the Republicans will then, most of them are then saying, well, comparing it to, riots over this past summer. And I'm sorry, but I personally believe that most Democrats did not support looting and rioting last summer, and I believe most Republicans don't support the crap that went on yesterday. Like you said, there's good people on both sides. I
didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said there are good Republicans.
Well,
like I said, there are good Republicans. I don't believe that everyone supports Trump. However, what I do know about the Republican Party is that whoever's in power for the Republican Party, they back him regardless of anything. And yesterday, I got to see people like Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, and a whole bunch of people. They haven't liked him in the past couple of weeks anyway.
Right.
So, this was the last straw, especially for Mitch McConnell. His face sagged more than I've ever seen him sag before.
Well, he had a rough day all along. It was a bad Mitch McConnell day.
We cannot condone this. Every time I see him speak on Capitol Hill, like I just start laughing. It's hilarious.
And his hands are like as red as my shirt. I don't know what's up with his hands. You ever notice that? And they're weird looking too. Like they don't move.
No, I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, take a look at his hands.
It's very strange, Mitch McConnell, but I digress. Like I've been following politics since like '92, right? So that's I've been following this stuff. I know who the big players are. I know what people have done, and I know there's tons of conspiracy theories, and we don't know who to trust. We don't know who to trust. We can't trust the media. We can't trust whoever. But the problem is that we can't. It's hard for us. You guys blacked out.
Yep, we're coming.
Yep. Sorry. I'm on it.
It's hard for us to trust a man who takes back everything that he says. You know what I mean? He told people to storm the Capitol, and then afterwards he was like, yeah, all we want is peace.
Right. No,
and he's done that several times throughout his presidency. I misspoke. I did this and when you're president, you can't misspeak because people take your words they take your words lightly, no matter what. And I always go back to the other presidents because that's all I can do. I can't go to anybody else. I could just go back to the other presidents. If another president misspoke, Bush, Clinton, Obama, whoever, we would be all over them.
Go to 3.
Sorry, bear with us a second.
We're listening. We're just.
It's okay. I'll keep talking with the dead air.
We're having problems with all of our cameras, so sorry guys. We might have to end early if all the cameras go out. But we've got 3 cameras, and we came in today.
What do you want me to do with this one?
And
Well, I can still talk about the Murphy Monday podcast. That's available on Spotify.
All right, that's fine. Just bring it closer if you can.
Apple Podcasts and Google
What?
Podcasts.
No.
No? Okay. So I'm sorry. Do what?
It might have just gone out. Yeah, it did.
Uh-oh.
It
And now
froze.
people are going to start
Well,
writing
Nigel's on.
Let's see what's going on here with this one.
Yeah, they're all frozen.
He hates America.
They're frozen. That's what the problem is.
This one's showing 78%.
When you're
All right,
frozen.
pop it back in.
So why did it shut off? I did.
Okay.
Let it go.
Yeah, but it's back in and it's on, but it's lagging and frozen. Except for Nigel, he's on fine.
Hey, I'm doing great.
All right, so go back to 1 and we'll just...
I am on 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
We'll talk to Nigel for a few minutes.
I didn't say it meanly.
All right.
Don't say it mean.
Do I need to move it at all?
No, because it's frozen anyway.
Oh.
But it's on. It's in a good spot. But yeah, it's just lagging because it moves every now and then. Except for Nigel. Let's see what people are saying.
Let's see what people are saying.
What do you see, Nigel? You just see yourself and we're kind of moving a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are frozen, but I'm still... I'm looking at it. Yo, did guys get extra security so the rioters can't get at you?
Yeah, Andy Plagano said the technical difficulties because the rioters breaking in.
Yeah, it's the riots.
But you still hear us just fine?
Yeah.
Bobby Anzarello's in here. He's watching.
Bobby Inns from Limo Talk.
Limo Talk. Who else? Ken Pichelle. Talk, Nigel, talk. Carry the show. Well, I can carry the show if you need me to.
You can. You definitely could.
I'll just keep talking about Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, don't worry about.
All right, so
talk about whatever you want.
what's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
Mine, Nutty Professor.
Oh, really? Hercules.
Oh, fabulous. Ain't nothing like getting together having a hot meal. Oh, fabulous. Yes.
Now, have you ever on the Monday Murphy Monday podcast? Do you ever get into his music?
You know what? I just did an episode where we were joking and laughing about his music. I can't play his music because I'm afraid that I'm gonna get copyright infringement.
Right, sure.
But I did play some music videos on an upcoming episode that is hilarious. Like I had my friend Fudge on with me, and we just started laughing and joking about the not only Party All the Time, no, the other music.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't care about Party All the Time. I'm talking Boogie in Your Butt. I'm talking Put Your Mouth on Me.
That's the one I was going to ask about. Put your mouth on me. Where he's trying to sing like Barry Gibb.
Oh my God, it's the worst. He goes, oh yeah. Like I don't know why he needs to go into that falsetto. Now there are some Eddie Murphy songs that are decent. I mean, he came out with an album probably in 2013.
Yeah,
that was it was a reggae album that was pretty decent. The songs that I heard, like I guess it was good 4 songs I heard, very decent.
Wow.
But the one that came out in '93, the one with Michael Jackson talking about "What's up with you," that one is pretty bad.
That one in '93, I think it's that one, has this song called "Yeah."
Yeah, and the whole word is yeah.
Right. It's just he brings in heavy hitters. Elton John is on that damn song, like Michael Jackson.
Yep.
And it's all of them just singing, yeah. It's like, what the hell is going on here?
Is it really?
They're all just taking turns singing the word
And
yeah.
what's the melody? Is it like a fast paced?
No, it's like a slow, it's like a slow
Heartfelt,
groove.
yeah.
No, not heartfelt, but it's
A
crazy.
dramatic, yeah.
So I watch a lot of Arsenio. I watch a lot of Arsenio, interviews with him because he talks about this stuff in the Arsenio interviews, and he talks about that song like that song is going to change the world.
Oh, really?
Yes, he talks about it. He's like my daughter inspired the song, and there's only word that she knows, so she said yeah. So I said, you know what, it's cool if I just did a song that everybody, every place in rock and roll and everything just say yeah. And
Oh my goodness.
No, it was yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If only more people told him no. Eddie.
my-
No, Eddie. No,
I
Eddie.
mean, but he tried. See, that's the thing. We make fun of people that tried.
Yeah, you're right.
Make fun of people that tried. Like I didn't try to make an album. I know if I did an album, it would be bad. And he at least believed in himself enough to make an album. Now, the music isn't great, but the fact that he made an album is commended. We need to applaud that.
You're absolutely right about that.
Now, Desdemona is a song that's on the '93 album, and it is the worst song I've ever heard.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I just watched the video yesterday with again my friend Fudge, and we watched Desdemona and Put Your Mouth on Me videos, and it was just so bad. Like it was
And
world.
well, not to get off topic, but
Sure.
you mentioned it. What kind of nickname is Fudge?
Funny, unique, devoted gentleman entertainer. That's his acronym.
Oh, I like that. All right, so see that? I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, I know him as John Rickenbacker because we go way back. Like we grew up together. We started stand up together. He has been on MTV's Your Mama. He's coming to the stage. He also was on HBO's Crashing. You guys should have him on. He's a very fun guy.
Sure.
All right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
he has a big following. He just actually did the New Year's Eve thing for the town of Babylon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Try putting on auxiliary 1 or 2.
Oh, all
and
right. I
just
didn't
turn
know
it
you were
up.
getting that. Sorry.
And just not completely up like that. Just a little bit.
Are people giving you tips in the
No, I just. All right, so that's one. I was just.
Everybody's like, you're moving like robots. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, I just want to throw a little bit of "Put Your Mouth on Me." Can you hear it?
Ha ha ha. Welcome to Passive Aggressive Couple Talk, the most disappointing cuckolloid video you're ever going to see. Guest starring Nigel. Andrew is hilarious.
Well, yeah, talking about at least Eddie Murphy tried. Same thing. We're trying to do a radio show.
Anthony Rodilla said he thought Tony was pop blocking. This is amazing.
And I'm so glad Anthony Rodilla is watching when we're having trouble with our cameras.
That's right.
This is amazing. And yeah, Boogaloo Ozone from Breaking died.
Yes, I heard that over the weekend, right?
Yeah. His name is Quiones. Adolfo Shabadoo Quiones.
Shabadoo?
Now you're just making up words.
No, I'm not making up words. I'm just saying, put your mouth on me.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
You do the ooh yeah, like I guarantee Prince was cringing. He's like he's stealing my words.
There is a time when Eddie Murphy was trying to be Prince or Michael, and it just wasn't work. The only time that Eddie Murphy's ever had a hit with music is because of Rick James.
That's right.
Rick James made that song a song. Even if you listen to Party All the Time, it's Rick James' part that you love.
That's
you don't
right.
like Eddie's part. You like she likes to
Party all the time.
You gotta sing it like that, Eddie Murphy.
I mean, and then he even has to save Eddie's ass in the video. Towards the end of the video, he grabs his bass and he starts jamming.
Oh man, you listen, guys, audience out there. If you go on YouTube and there's a Mad TV sketch of Ari Spears and Phil Lamar doing the making of Party All the Time.
Oh, that's great.
And it is hilarious. Like every 5 seconds, he's like, "All right, Eddie, I'm going to go snort some cocaine." Like it's Rick James just telling him, "Hey, listen, Eddie Murphy, there was a kangaroo in your basement. I don't know who put the kangaroo in there, but I'm gonna fuck him up." And then he just walks away. But that's the whole sketch. The sketch is hilarious.
That's great.
Yeah, you
Now-
guys should watch that.
And Ari Spears, now that's a guy I always thought should have been bigger than he is.
He's in
He's
his
funny.
own way.
Oh, is that right? How so?
He is not okay. So this is from me. I've only met him once.
Oh, no
okay?
kidding. Okay.
I've only met him once. He was not nice to me. I don't know. Maybe
Really?
he had a bad day. I don't know. But every story I hear about comedians that meet Ari Spears is not a good one.
Wow.
So, I'm just like, okay, I don't know if he has any friends, but I don't know. Like I met him in 2003. I was shooting a show and I was on the same lot as Mad TV.
Okay.
And I see him walking past, and I'm saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And he just was grumpy and just walked away. And I was like, "Okay, maybe he had a bad day. Who knows?" But there was a lot of us that were trying to say hi to him, and he didn't say anything to anybody. So
Wow.
Okay,
I had the same experience with Conan O'Brien. It was the exact same story. Walking past, just said a quick hello. I wasn't trying to stop him or bug him. I just said hello as we passed. He was grouchy, and I did the same thing. So, maybe he's having a bad day.
nah, but Conan O'Brien's tall, so maybe he didn't see you.
Right? He just looked around. Who said that? But then
Conan O'Brien.
3 years later, the same exact thing. I'm walking past him. So I did the same thing. Say, hey, Conan, how you doing? And he cursed at me. He actually said, "Get the fuck out of here." And the same thing. I didn't even try to stop
he
him.
told
We were just
you
walking
once
past.
already, and you didn't have your listening ears on.
Yeah, no means no, Tony.
Yep. I don't. Yeah.
He probably remembered you and was like, "What is with this guy?"
Yeah, no,
He's
no
always
means
saying
no,
hi.
Tony.
All right. So.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do you think about the Coming to America sequel that's coming?
Ooh, why'd you do that to me?
Ooh, should I not do that to you? What does that mean?
no,
You
no,
saving
I
it for your
thought
podcast? Did I?
No. I've spoke about it already. I spoke about it in depth. Truth be told, and I don't want this to sound like a brag because I didn't get it, but I did audition for that movie.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry you didn't get it though.
I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it. I know why I didn't get it, but I'll leave that on the cutting room floor.
Oh boy.
So Beverly Hills Cop, as I watched the trailer, I'm hopeful, but I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why did he say Beverly Hills Cop?
I'm sorry. Coming to America too.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They're making Beverly Hills Cop also.
Oh, are
all
they?
right.
They're making a third one?
They're making a fourth one.
It's really fourth. I don't even remember 3.
A lot of people don't remember 3.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But yeah, they're making a fourth Beverly Hills Cop. But Coming to America, I watched the trailer. I'm hopeful. The problem is that from what I know from movies, when you have a lot of comedic actors in one movie, it doesn't go over well. And we've seen that in so many different movies where we put like a whole bunch of comedians in one movie and
Correct.
it just tanks.
Who's the writer for it?
Kenya Barris, who writes for Blackish, which I'm not really a fan of, like his writing style.
Okay, so
But-
so it's going to be a different writer than before.
Yeah, Craig
Yeah.
Brewer is the director. Craig Brewer has directed Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan, Dolomite is My Name. So
Okay.
I am happy that he's taking this over, and I do
right.
want to do well.
Because that's going to be the big difference, if it's pretty good writing and a good director, I think it'll be enjoyable. I'm looking forward to it.
I think so too. It's not going to be the original one, and that's the thing. Like the problem with sequels is that it always is like in the shadows of the original movie, and we always compare it to the original movie. It's not going to be that, and that's why I'm nervous of how people are going to see Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, Coming to America 2.
Yeah, I think it looks fun. Like you said, you see the trailer, you see all the characters, so you're excited. It brings back a lot of memories, but yeah, I do worry that it's going to fall short.
I'm still going to see it.
I want it to do well. Like, we're all going to see it. Like,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It's
we're gonna
going
see
to do
it.
well. We're all going to see it, and it's going to be like Wonder Woman 1984. Like, we're all excited to see it before it comes out, and then once it comes out, it's left up to like our imaginations. Like, we were told that Wonder Woman 1984 was going to be a great movie, and we got it Christmas, and we're like, what is this?
I heard it's so you bothered? I heard so many bad reviews, I didn't even bother.
Yeah, I tried to watch it. It has nothing to do with 1984. Like, it could have been shot yesterday, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Wonder Woman 2020." Yeah, I understand.
Now, I'm going to do a little spoiler here, but I'm going to ask you: Did Linda Carter make a cameo in this?
She did.
She did, and I heard she still looks great.
She still looks great.
Oh man, she's hot.
Just calm down over there.
You gotta wait toward the end of the movie. This is like Wonder Woman: The Irishman.
Oh, really? Is it
How
really?
long the movie is.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
The movie has 2 opening scenes. Like, it's the weirdest thing in the world.
2 opening scenes.
Yeah, there's one opening scene where they're in like Greece, and then there's another opening scene where they're in the mall. And I'm like, they don't need both of them. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Speaking of superheroes, did you hear the big news, which I'm very excited about?
Which big news is this?
Did you hear who's replacing Ben Affleck as Batman?
Robert Pattinson?
Well, all right. So
Yeah.
no.
Oh, why?
That's actually kind of incorrect because Robert Pattinson is making, he's making a Batman movie.
Okay.
Okay, but it's separate. That's separate from this DC universe. With Batman versus Superman and all those movies, Justice League and all that.
Yep.
And that's where Ben Affleck was playing Batman.
Okay.
So he is now being replaced.
By who?
So Nigel, you haven't heard anything about this.
You're
I have
messing
not.
with
You were
us. I can
scooping
see it
me.
on your face.
I am not messing with you at
You're
all.
messing with us.
I'm not messing with you. I swear to God, this is true. He's
Okay,
being
go.
replaced.
Is it Adam West?
No, well, no, he's dead, so it'd be hard.
I mean,
But you're getting there. You're on the right track. He's being replaced by Michael Keaton.
Oh, I'd love that.
I love
heard that he's not playing Batman. That's what I heard.
that. Was the original rumor that he was playing Bruce Wayne's father or some shit. But now they're saying that he's playing Batman.
I'd love that. I thought he was the absolute best one.
An aging Batman who's gonna now train the next Batman and Robin and the Batgirl and all that shit.
Yeah.
So he was one of my favorites
I'm
too.
looking at a news thing that says, "Is Michael Keaton the new Batman?" Not so fast.
Oh come! When is that dated, Nigel Fullerton?
Yeah. Two days ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So okay. Here's the thing, right?
You're
So,
crushing
yes,
my dreams, Nigel.
Michael Keaton. I thought I spoke about this last time. Michael Keaton will be playing a version of Batman in a new movie.
Right.
The issue is that it's not going to be the story that you're like. They're doing a new Flash movie where Flash is going to be going to different universes and multiverses, and
Right.
one of the multiverse is when Michael Keaton was Batman. That's why. That's what's happening, and that's why he's playing an aging.
Yeah, I think that's
Batman,
great.
and it ties into a story called Batman Beyond, where an aging Batman finds a young kid to take up the mantle of Batman.
Right.
And that's basically the story of Batman Beyond. So that, yes, you technically are right. However, he's not replacing Ben Affleck.
See, that's I'm looking now. I'm trying to see if I can find it. But I heard that I had read somewhere that that's what they're replacing Affleck with Keaton. It's still going to be that storyline that you just said.
Right.
But it was going to be him replacing Affleck as Batman.
Right.
That's what I'm saying too. Yeah, that a Batman Beyond movie. So it looks like Keaton's Batman will be the one who's training these people to take over. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's basically so. Back in the late '90s, there was a show, a cartoon called Batman Beyond, which turned into a comic book series where it was an aging Batman who was training a young kid to become his apprentice, and he takes up the mantle of Batman.
Right. So, but that was my original point, that him coming back just, it saves DC, because Wonder Woman sucked, the Superman movie sucked, so now
More of those.
I know, and they're so bad. They need to just start over, man. When I was a kid, DC was the main. Those are the cool characters. Spider-Man and Marvel, they were secondary, man.
Yeah.
But now they've taken over in the movie world.
Yeah, they're so much better.
DC needs to just throw everything out and start over.
Well, you know why, right? Because we're tired of that same Superman and Batman story. We want to see other superheroes.
Yeah, I agree.
The Superman died out in the 80s with like Superman 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Batman, Batman had its run. And then we tried to had a resurgence of Batman, and that did well. But we're tired of that same story over and over again.
Why is Rodia laughing at me when we talk about Michael Keaton? Man, I'm gonna smack that.
I love Michael Keaton's Batman.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman was great. He was supposed to be in the third one, but Tim Burton didn't direct. So
right, and smart move because it sucked.
I don't think it sucked. I'm one of those people that actually like Jim Carrey's Riddler, but that's just me.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. Although, and even I think when it was still going to be Burton and Keaton, I believe that Billy Crystal was going to be Riddler, which would have been different than Carrey, but I think it would have worked. All right,
Robin Williams was supposed to be Riddler.
Yes, I heard that too.
Hold on, Nigel. We got a call.
We got a call coming in.
Sure.
Let's see. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Whoops, where'd he go? Hello? What? I lost it.
Hello.
No, it's not there.
All right.
I don't know if I hung up or if the person hung up.
Yeah, call back.
I saw a quick on air and then all of a sudden it was gone. Hang on. Hello? Oh, all right. It was nothing anyway. It was a spam call.
Oh, all right.
They were asking you about your car's warranty.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So what is your favorite Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live character?
Ooh, I would have to say,
it's a good question, right? I was proud of myself.
I would have to say Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Nice.
Only because of one of my favorite sketches is the one with him and Mr. T. Oh, yeah. Because I'm a big Mr. T fan. I don't know if you knew that about me.
I did not.
Huge.
A huge Mr. T fan. I don't know if I've ever met a huge Mr. T fan.
I don't think he's our first one.
What's he done after? What has he done after A-Team?
Nothing. But I still love Mr. T. Listen, Clubber Lang is iconic.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'll never forget that. I was, I don't know, 13, 14, something like that when Rocky 3 came out. I mean, and I'm sure I know you're younger, but I'm sure you remember that time.
Yeah.
There was
my favorite Rocky.
Yeah, there was nothing like Mr. T, so when he burst on the scene with the mohawk and the chains, everybody was like, who is that? What is that?
Right.
He made such an impact, and he was such a badass. I wish the movie was a little bit better, but he was great in that, and then he basically
played. The movie was good.
Yeah,
you didn't like
good.
the movie?
That's my favorite Rocky.
That's your favorite Rocky?
Yeah, I liked it.
You want to know why?
Because Mr. T is in it.
Well, Mr. T is a way better villain than any other villain that Rocky has fought. If you look at Apollo Creed was kind of like the people's champ,
right,
and had to play a heel of sorts to actually become a villain. He wasn't a real villain.
Yeah, we weren't afraid of him.
Right, he was just a businessman.
When Mr. T came on, it was like, I mean, just watching him on the screen, you were like scared, Even
Ivan Drago wasn't really that, like, he didn't say anything besides, I must break you.
I hate Rocky IV. I hate Rocky IV.
I like Rocky IV.
Oh.
That's a music video.
Yeah, right. It really is.
Yeah.
Although, did you hear they're re-editing, they're recutting Rocky IV?
Oh, really? Why?
Why? Because it sucked. That's why.
It didn't suck.
They're recutting it just like they recut Godfather 3.
Yeah,
They're redoing
Tony liked Rocky 5 over Rocky 4.
Rocky 4 didn't suck. Let's not
Compared
put that
to Rocky
out there.
5.
That's a lot of people's favorite Rocky. So let's not say that it sucks because Rocky 4 had an actual soundtrack. Like come on, Living in America.
I'll give you that.
No Easy Way Out. There's no
It's so
Shortcuts Home.
80s.
It is 80s.
Lonely Heart. What
Yeah.
else? I can name every song on that.
Well,
Wow.
I'm sorry. You need to get out more.
How many times have you seen this movie? Do you know the soundtrack?
No, we used to. There used to be this place called Behind Bars, and on like Friday nights after I used to do stand up, we used to listen to the Rocky 4 soundtrack and get drunk. And then the whole bar, there's no easy way out.
That's great. Although I'll give you that. Living in America is one of the best songs ever written.
And then he says in the end of that song, he goes, Eddie Murphy, eat your heart out.
Hot tub. Ooh, too hot. That's great. That's a good. That one in Buckwheat. I love the whole Buckwheat and Buckwheat's been shot. How did it happen? Let's take a look. I love
that was hilarious. That's a good sketch. Like I said, my favorite is Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. Like that's the one that I really, really like because when they knock on the door, he's like, "This is how you answer the door in my neighborhood." Who is it?
Yeah, right.
Plagianus
I still do that.
Plagianus wants everyone to know that Rocky 4 ended the Cold War.
That's what a lot of people say. That's why I say don't talk bad about Rocky 4.
All right. I stand corrected. All right, so it's just about time for us to get out of here. Now, you also have, of course, don't forget the jump cut, right?
Yes, I do.
Is that the whole thing? When is it on?
Sorry.
It's on Wednesday nights, right?
It's on Wednesday nights at 7. I'm sorry, you froze. Yes, I have the jump cut on Wednesday nights on Area 22 Productions. You can find it on Facebook. We have a Facebook page called The Jump Cut. We're also nominated for Best of Long Island 2021.
Yeah, good luck, Nigel.
I don't think that's going to happen, but,
It's nice to be nominated.
it feels good to be. Listen, I didn't find out I was nominated until you guys started talking about it. I was like, what is this?
You're like, what? I'm nominated?
Somebody told me congratulations. I was like, congratulations on what? You got nominated. I was like, I'm not running for public office. What is happening?
Well, I'd vote for you if you did.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Not for president. Yes. Vote none of the above.
Quit being so selfish and run for office.
That's great. Well, but that is kind of cool, actually, in all seriousness. So that means you have no idea who nominated you. That means somebody is digging what you're doing, so they nominated you for it.
I have no clue. And I saw how you can nominate people now. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did the nominations for 2022, and Eddie Murphy's definitely on that list. I put Eddie Murphy on the list of people best comedian from Long Island. So I'm giving Jim Brewer a run
why
for
not?
his money.
And I think you should. Jim Brewer's great, but Eddie Murphy should be up there. I'm going to add Billy Crystal to that list.
Wow.
You should.
That's
should.
right.
Didn't they go to college together or something like that, Billy Crystal and Eddie Murphy? I heard that lie.
Did you?
I don't think they did.
I think they did, and I think they dated.
Somebody had that lie. I don't know who.
Yeah,
we
even
can go
Eddie
with it.
Murphy in Shrek. I mean, he was fantastic.
Yeah, he was good. in
Exactly.
that.
Really? I mean, really, he made, really, honestly, half that movie. I thought he was great.
If you think about it like this, right? What was it 4 decades, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and I guess the 2010s.
Right.
If you look at it, let's say he had one classic movie for every single decade, right?
Right.
Who else has that? Who can we put just as high as Eddie Murphy? On the tier. Who's his peer? Who would be his peer? Who
Wow.
would be if there was a competition between the greatest comedic actors, who would Eddie Murphy be up against? And then let's talk about those movies. And that's what my podcast is about.
That's interesting. It's interesting if you take, a certain actor's body of work, and there's some great movies for him, great movies for a lot of people. But putting it that way is interesting. If you go by decade, then it's kind of hard. I'm sitting here thinking, what great De Niro movie? Although I have to say, I liked The Irishman. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think we have to say we liked it because it was so long. But I have to, every time I talk about The Irishman, I have to point out the fact that he tried to fight someone and it looked like a 70-year-old man trying to fight. I don't care how much
you're right.
CGI, the wrinkles off his face.
Yes.
He looked old fighting.
Yeah, when he beat up Sebastian Maniscalco and then shot him, they didn't pull that off well. Sebastian should have been able to just get up and hit him once and be done with it. But you got me thinking now. Who's?
Hey.
Oh, all right.
That's what I'm saying. If we go by decades, like I said, and we're just using Robert De Niro as a person, Robert De Niro is known for his movies in the early part of his career.
All right, you know what? Pacino.
Pacino was in Geely. We forget that.
All right, but he just made Hunters, which was fantastic.
I watched Hunters, and that's a TV show too. So
well, yeah, but it still counts. It's still a body of work.
He was fantastic.
We also forget about him, De Niro and Pacino in Righteous Kill.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, Pacino's been in a lot of stinkers as well. It's been a downward spiral from Scent of a Woman.
Right, but I thought Hunters was fantastic. And you did see it? You said.
I only saw a couple episodes. I didn't finish the whole thing.
Oh, all right. Yeah, because you got to go to, what is it, episode 7? Is that the one? Mm-hmm. Episode 7, man. That's where you see me.
Oh, you're in it?
I'm in it. All right, we're getting a phone call. Let's see what we got here.
Right,
I hope this works. Hey, you're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this? Hello? She hung up. It actually worked that time. It worked, but she just hung up. Okay. All right, with that, it is time for us to hit the road. Oh, wait a minute. She's calling back.
Okay.
I'm hoping that somebody wants to talk to Nigel.
Is it?
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. You there?
I mean, are the phones even working?
This phone is working, yes.
I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is not what I want to be watching in my basement while I'm trying to tell my wife I'm forced to quarantine.
How are you?
What's up?
How you doing? All right? Everybody good over there?
I mean, the question is, am I coming back to the studio Tuesday night?
We were gonna make an announcement about that, and of course, I guess you just jinxed us because everything is falling apart as we're doing the show here today.
We have Anthony Rodia on the phone.
Well, fucking make the announcement. I got to get the hell out of my house.
Well, are you allowed? Is she gonna kick your ass or what?
I doctored up a fake report from CDC saying because I performed in Florida, regardless of my negative COVID test, I need to quarantine in the basement and for her to leave me sufficient amount of food and protein.
Or you could tell her, hey, look, I'm going shopping for our son's first birthday. I think you'd score a few points with that.
No, my son didn't have a fucking birthday. The poor kid's been born right into the quarantine.
So
kid was born during a pandemic. His birthday, I've never seen a smaller ice cream cake in my life.
It's in January, isn't it? Wasn't he born in January?
Yeah, Tony, you're about a couple of days late. His birthday was January 4th. Was that you trying to remember?
No, that I get credit. That's me knowing.
Yeah,
that's me remembering his birthday is around this week.
We should get credit for the month.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not his grandparents, so a month is knowing it was
But
January.
Sallie,
is good.
I'm happy that you pointed out that Tony could be his grandparent. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah,
I'm glad you pointed that out.
He probably could.
And listen, I don't want to jinx myself, but there might be a new winner for Long Island Best Comedian in 2021.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, word on the street is I got a shitload of votes. I mean, I begged a little, but I got them.
Yeah, I begged a little bit. Give me a break.
I did. I might have sent people merchandise to vote.
Well, that's funny.
I think they said that I had the most votes from Canada for a Long Island comedian.
All right.
I don't know if that's legal. People from Toronto voted. I don't know if that's legal. But yeah, I'm coming back Tuesday. I don't have any shows this week, and I got to get the hell out of my house. So I just hope my wife doesn't watch because I told her that they're putting me in that new medical detention center.
Well, yeah,
for New Yorkers. I hope she doesn't watch.
Just tell her it's a repeat.
Listen, I'm actually glad that the cameras were glitching because I couldn't take my concentration off that fucking blue cross of tape.
Yeah,
behind
I
Tony
know.
on the
It
wall.
drives a lot of people nuts. I was actually thinking about that this morning before we came into the studio. I'm like, all right, we got to get rid of the blacks.
I'm like, do I have OCD? I can't stop looking at the tape. I was trying to send Tony vibes, like mentally.
You're like Cindy
like for him
Brady.
just to rip it off.
You're like Cindy Brady looking at the red dot.
Yeah, I was sitting. I'm like, am I hypnotized right now?
Well, all right, so that's how much pull you have around here. I just pulled the tape off the wall.
All right.
Pull. Ah,
There you
no
go.
pun intended. Look at Tony trying to have a hidden joke.
Hey, not everybody can be a Goomba Johnny. You know what I mean?
Well, Goomba Johnny won't be coming because we have to look out for our elders, so I don't want to put him in danger.
Well,
Leave him alone.
If you see what we're doing here with Nigel, we have him in a nice, clear Zoom, so you can do that with Johnny. if you
Nigel's
want.
the safest person, not even because of the coronavirus, just because he doesn't have to fucking sit next to you. I mean, you get weird. You start touching people with your fake leg. It's very, very uncomfortable.
Don't deny it. You like it. And Sally's got the fetish. That's why we're together. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
I don't
yeah,
even
we
know
could
why
put-
you always have to make Sallie be on the spot like that. That's disturbing. I know Sallie very well, and she does not have a fetish for your leg.
She does.
Thank
Her ex-husband has no right leg. That's
I know
true.
you told me that. Mate,
Oh.
how do you know that she didn't just want to be like a take-home nurse, and then you automatically assumed that it was a date, and then it was just got too awkward, where she was like, "Fuck it, now I'm stuck."
I'm just stuck with him now.
That is why we're
Right?
here.
I feel bad for Sally.
She does. She
But yeah,
gives
you
everybody
can make the
secret
announcement.
link.
I'm coming back Tuesday night.
Nice.
Tuesday
So
night.
Tuesday,
I've got
8 o'clock.
a lot of. All I need to ask is, are we able to put pictures up on the screen while we're speaking?
Yes. Yes.
Good, because I have. I might lose a couple of fans this Tuesday.
Oh boy, does that have something to do?
Yeah.
Anything to do with yesterday?
I'm going to address yesterday. Listen, to me, yesterday was 2020. I put it this way. Yesterday was 2020 showing 2021 around. Like,
Yeah.
it was, hey, so this is what we're going to fuck up the world with. This is, people are like, oh, my God, New Year. Yeah, well, we were less than 7 days in, and 2021 obviously is related to 2020. So yesterday was like a shit show. But listen, man, you know me. I don't teeter on each side. I look at something and I come up with my own conclusion. And sometimes I'm a little out there. So sometimes what I'm thinking, the normal person might not be thinking. But I'm sitting on my couch last night and I'm watching all the footage. And and then you have people, you have all the arguments, Trump supporters, this is disgusting. And then you have, the Democrats burned down the city months ago. And then you have, if they were black, they would have all been shot. Well, they should have been, but my thought was, I'm sitting there, I'm going, wait a minute. This is the United States of America. At that building, you have, and I'm going to bring this up again and reiterate it on Tuesday, but you have security, you have Secret Service, and you have the Washington, D.C. Police Department.
Right.
Are you telling me, if anybody at home thinks that with all that shit that they had in front of them, the Washington, D.C. Police Department, Secret Service, and Security, that a group of unarmed civilians can just walk into the fucking Capitol building, you are absolutely delusional.
Right.
So, my opinion, it's not conspiracy. Something fucked up is going on in this country that's much bigger than us. But I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. How the fuck did they get in?
Right.
Like, there's so much. You've got almost every politician in that building. You got people sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk.
They
At
were
her desk.
able to rubble through
And then people are like,
people's
oh,
drawers
it's because
and
they were
stuff.
white. Really? What would they show, like a Caucasian card? Hi, I'm just here to look around. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it.
Guys
But
have a Caucasian
you got
card?
into the Capitol building, and then you
Don't
walked into
tell
the
Nigel.
Chamber of Congress. Unarmed.
You just
So
gave,
basically, so now you have all these terrorist nations overseas sending out emails to each other going, apparently the only thing we need to invade the country of the United States is a fucking furry hat with Viking horns.
you just.
I mean, it's disturbing. Listen, as an American, it's fucking embarrassing. I'm with Nigel. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I call myself a common senser. Like, I try to have common sense with everything. And I agree with him. Not every person that voted for Trump is a psychopath, and not every Democrat is a fucking blue-haired freak running around trying to, picture or figure out who they identify themselves with. But there are normal people out there. But what happened yesterday, I don't give a shit who you voted for. It was this is embarrassing.
Yep,
the election was embarrassing.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and people have amnesia. I keep hearing, listen, I'll be the first one to say when Trump talks, I kind of lower the TV a little bit because, I feel like you've got to pick what you voted for and why you voted for it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna support everything a politician says and does. But if he has, I look out for certain things, and then I vote according to those certain things on who I think is going to accomplish those things more than the other. But they're like, oh, well, Trump can't speak, But I'm like, okay, well, neither can fucking Biden. They're both idiots.
Why?
I mean, Biden. Nobody remembers anything. Nobody remembers Biden months ago. Well, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Right.
And then fucking Trump with his stupid. It's a sad time in the United States that these two people are the best candidates to run this country.
Yeah,
and what happened yesterday was just a fucking complete embarrassment.
The fact that's 270.
It's crazy.
Two men in their mid to late 70s. I mean, I just want to go home at that age. I just want to sit home and
right. You got two guys that both require an afternoon nap.
Right. Exactly.
What's gonna happen? Hey, we're being invaded. I know, but it's nap time, and I just took my medication. I don't have the energy for this. They're both on permanent melatonin. What the fuck? I don't get it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I never thought I'd say this, but I looked at my wife last night and I go, babe, Mexico is fucking looking great.
Yeah, but you can't drink
Mexico's
water.
looking so great to move to. I said we could blend in the summertime. My wife, my kids, we all get very dark. We could blend in very easily as Mexicans. Okay, plus I'm 5'6 3/4. I'm fucking tall in Mexico.
Yeah,
that
you
might
are.
Be good
You're
for
the
me.
tall one. You can get the things off the shelf there.
I won't be called gringo. Once the summer hits, that sun hits my skin. I'm no longer gringo. I'm fucking El Capitan. I can head up a cartel. I don't give a shit. But it's a lot better than what's going on here. All my fans in Canada, they're like, why don't you move up to Canada? I'm like, let me try Mexico first.
Speedy Gonzalez. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not that fast anymore, Tony. 40 fucking hit me in August, and holy shit, have I seen different changes that I didn't see even in 39. Listen, I mean, Tony, and you can admit it. I mean, I know what happens to you. I'll fucking pull your pants down just to make sure. But maybe I should have finished my thought before I said pull your pants down.
No, don't finish anything when you talk about.
The first thing I realized, at 40,
yeah,
dude, what the fuck is up with when you take your pants off? Your stomach folds your underwear band.
Is that what you've experienced?
Try paying attention to that. It's degrading to your self-esteem. You take your pants off, and the band for your underwear is actually folded in half from your stomach.
And do you think that's going on with every man?
I gotta run.
Oh, Nigel's got to leave. All right.
Oh, bye, Nigel. Thank you.
Thank you for hanging out with us, Nigel.
Thank you.
Well, if I can watch you guys, I would have known Nigel was still on. I didn't even say hi to him. I feel fucking rude. You guys spoke to me like he wasn't even on anymore. Nigel, if you're still listening, I apologize, but, I'm looking at a frozen screen. I don't know if you were there or not still. No. I mean, you guys should have just hung up on me fucking 10 minutes ago.
We were letting you have your moment.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Nigel wasn't even supposed to be here till 11:30, so he came on way
wow,
early. So
that was another rude comment. He wasn't even supposed to fucking be here. I mean, no, but a lot of things are happening.
No, it ended up being
40,
great because of all this stuff. So it all worked out fine, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, all right. I'm just pointing out that what you said was extremely rude to Nigel, and I wish I was there to give him a Zoom hug. But hey, listen, I got a lot of shit to say. 40 has not been nice to me. I wake up out of bed where a bed is supposed to be a place of rest and relaxation, and I wake up. You ever lay down too long, and when you get up, you feel like you just got fucking new ankles implanted?
Oh, sure, ankles with plural.
Well, Tony, a new ankle implanted. I'm sorry to pluralize ankles. My bad. But it's just it's 40's fucking 40 sucks. And I hate these people that are like they still have their metabolism at 45 and they have abs and shit. And they're like, hey man, 45's the new 30. I'm like, I'll punch her in your fucking face. Get out of here, fucking Lance Armstrong.
So all right. So Tuesday at 8. Is that going to be too late for you?
No, it might be 7 to 9. I don't know what time slots you guys hold. Oh, I have a lot to say.
We have a show at 6:30, and then we have a show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's my 40 again. I have 40 to blame for everything. Like I'll pull up to a red light and I'll look over and there'll be somebody driving by themselves with a mask And I'll roll down my window. I go, "Hey, what's up, you fucking idiot?" And they're like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Sorry, you just turned 40. I'm still adjusting."
And they're like, "Yeah, okay, understood."
Yeah, they're like, "Okay." Petrified for their life, but they had to leave the house to go get brownie mix. That's another thing. These people with these masks that wear them all the time. I've got a lady that lives down the street. She puts a mask on to walk the dog, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Cheryl? You know you don't have to wear that shit because no one's around you, right?" She's like, "I'm just worried." I'm like, "All right,
I'm
you've
being
been
safe.
400 pounds for the last 6 years. Apparently cholesterol doesn't scare you like the virus."
Well, now I don't care because now it's like winter time and it's just keeping me warm. So now,
now
I'm like,
keep you warm,
I can
Sally.
take
All
it
it does
down.
is make me fucking smell my own breath. And after I eat Italian food, it's not good. Like, I almost passed out because I was wearing a mask on the plane. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have had garlic with my fucking egg. So listen, let me know exactly what time slot, how early can I jump on? As you can tell, it's been a while since I've spoken to adults. I'm speaking to a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old lately, so I don't get a lot of conversation at my house.
We've kept 8 to 9:30 open for you. We've kept it open just for you.
Wow, I actually think it's because nobody else wanted the slot and you're just trying to make me feel better, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
No, we kept
Same
it
thing,
open.
like
And also, you know
gives
what?
me a compliment, I'll take it.
You were talking about like pictures that you want to put up. Just send those to me early and then I'll load them.
Oh, I'll send them. I'm going to bring them in, too,
And I'll
just
load
in case
'em.
I have to hold them up old school. All right, so 8 to 9:30 Tuesday night, because I'll start promoting it.
You got it.
Okay, cool.
All right, it's going to be a shit show. You guys might not have a show after I get off.
No, it'd be fun. It'd be
You
good to
guys
see
might
you.
get shut down by every organization in the country that monitors podcasts.
Well, that's good. We can use that exposure. That's fine.
Hey, listen, it'll be good exposure. You just won't have a platform to fucking show yourself on anymore. This is great. Fantastic. I'm psyched. Well, let me go. My wife just texted me that apparently she doesn't know it's 20 degrees outside, but I have a floodlight to put up. I don't know how many floodlights I could possibly put up around my house. I don't know what she's trying to see at night. I really don't.
Floodlights.
But I'm going to put one right above our bed.
Floodlights and statues.
But,
That's Italian. Floodlights and statues. That's
Is
all you
it?
got to do.
fucking
Yeah.
floodlight. No, I don't have any statues. I won't go statues, but I did put enough, stone and brick around my house where it looks like what's that thing? Well, come on, help me out. What's that monumental thing? It's all Stonehenge. Fucking house is like Stonehenge.
How is it really?
Not Cambridge pavers.
That's great.
But no, dude, you walk around my whole house and it's literally like when I turn them all on, like my house is just going to take off, like it's just going to levitate and shoot up into the sky. It's disturbing.
You're like a baseball stadium.
Every time I turn them on, my 5-year-old daughter's confused. She's like, "Daddy, why am I going to bed at daylight?" No, it's not. We put a lot of floodlights.
We just had the floodlights up.
Go to sleep. Okay, mommy likes to fool the neighbors. It looks like our house is being abducted. Go to sleep. Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. All right, maybe I'll stay from 8 to 12. I don't know how long your cameras will work for, but today's not a good sign. So, all right, I'm gonna go freeze my ass off and put up a floodlight. You guys
All right.
have a great day.
Thanks for calling, Anthony.
Fantastic. All right, bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Wow. Anthony Rodia. Our apologies to Nigel. What camera? Is it this camera? Nigel, we're sorry. We weren't cutting you off. We were going to talk to you some more after, but our apologies there. And there you go. That was the big announcement. Anthony Rodia will be back this Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We will have cameras working. Join us again tomorrow. We'll have Mark White of the Spin Doctors. Our good pal Mark White will be with us, and I'm sure that's going to be interesting too, because you never know what's coming out of that man's mouth. All right, everybody have a great day. Today is Thursday, so we got Soul Space coming at you at 6:30. I think Limo Talk is on tonight at 9:45, and then Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11. Everybody have a great day. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We'll see you tomorrow at 11.